Hello! I did some work on my voice. I took some water. And welcome to the 10th episode of the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood with me. That's the final program, shall we? Oh, you made it back. You made it to the next week. Congrats. Ready to the final program? Yes, let's do this. Alright. We'll go over every point, assess our options, make some choices, and when we have a first draft, we can review any aspect to vary on the program. It's okay to borrow some ideas you might fancy from your rivals, but try to make a program that's unique enough to be your own. Okay. First point, judgment. Right now, this is where our rivals stand. Jasmine wants to form a core of the Eldex. Aya wants to introduce judgment by referendum. Presa wants to keep Saedan as relic judgment. What conclusion do you prefer? Fortuna, what do you think? Maybe there's another option to manage the coven. Something fair but effective. What do you have in mind? To have a leadership that decides on everything without the community input is problematic. Giving all executive and control in the hands of everyone will produce erratic results. I'm thinking of establishing some sort of ministries to compartmentalize power. Appoint experts in every matter to deal with law, exploration, magic development, resource management, culture. Anything really set up as many ministries as necessary. It's good. It's how it works in most countries, and it works to separate powers. And I have some people that you cannot do total shit on each other. It's not a bad idea, Fortuna. All ministers will work with the leader, but they would have the last word on their respective competencies, since they would be the ideal person to make informed decisions about each issue. How will these ministers be appointed? Do this position rotate? What happens if someone more competent shows? Is the minister replaced? I mean, it's really interesting on paper, and it would be quite effective to have this dedicated wish on every important matter. But this will probably breed many power struggles within the coven, fighting for this position or trying to earn the favor of certain ministers. I see. But that the other options don't have downsides. I'm just pointing out what could go wrong with this idea. I think it's still worth giving it a shot if you like it. If you're at the end, I'm sure you will take cheap and put together an excellent team. I'll help you. Yeah, I've had corruption in this scenario just having a capable leader. You are a capable leader, I think. I think you're ready to deal with any kind of judgment system you decide to go with. So, having said that, what type of judgment do you prefer? Referendum. I'll be honest, ministry is good, but referendum? If it were me, I'll be doing a mix of referendum and the ministry. Like, I would compartmentalize power with like 60% referendum and 30% as a ministry. And when most people just don't vote, so the ministry can do stuff. I know too well that the majority isn't always right. And I'm a leftist. It's just that. This 2-1, it sucks. Like it's just the eldest way cheesy as you do it. Fuck it. This is basically the gods have spoken. Fuck you. Let's wonder referendum a bit. Isn't Dahlia's idea of dividing all the power amongst members via referendum a beautiful idea? It is beautiful indeed. It would be something far-fetched for a bigger society. But provided the covenant the covenant stays within the 100, it's possible. It'd still be quite cumbersome if we need to keep in mind that the most popular option isn't always what's really best. But it will always keep the majority satisfied. Will this make us weaker but happier? I can't tell. It's never been done before in the Covenant that I know of. Okay, so what type of judgment do you prefer? Ministry. This is not perfect. But I prefer people that are at least specialists in their domain to judge other specialists in their domain. But if it were me, it would be a combination of both. Just so you know. I wouldn't be satisfied by that and that other. I would do like 60% referendum and 40% ministry. Let's go with the ministry system. Gotcha. Now to law enforcement. This has a stance for competitors. This means want to set up a system of warnings leading to expulsion. They advocate for amicable agreement supported by the arbitrage office. Compressor want to keep exile as punishment. What type of law enforcement do you prefer? I could come up with a new option. I have strong feelings toward punishment as a method of enforcing the law. It gives law and order through fear, but we can't expect everyone to behave. Isn't there a way to make punishment constructive? Constructive harm. Send bad wishes to the session to do some magical studies? Sure, not that, but hey, that may be an idea. What about community service? Elaborate. Instead of expelling members, or God forbid, sending them to exile, we could set up a system of assigning hours or community service depending on the severity of the infraction. Landing on the witch's garden, investing magic for the coven, helping the explorers, whatever it is needed really. We could put that off, yeah. I don't know if it looks childish or weak in the eyes of some witches, but it benefits the community in the long run, definitely. What type of prefer? Community service. This is what I prefer as a judgment in general. Because community service? Like, if you have someone shitty as a leader, at least community service, you're like, okay, I'm forced to, what? Water plates. But if you have something who is great as a leader, you will do some community service that you like, you know. I like tending together, to be honest. Myself. Let's go with community service. Understood. Next is forbidden arts. That's the stances are for competitors. Jasmine and Compressor want to continue banning whatever they deem dangerous. Leia wants to give free access to any kind of magic, but to enforce an education so we'll know what we're dealing with. Where you want to go about dealing with forbidden arts? What is your new option, Fortuna? There's be some middle ground between banning and free access. Some summoning or spells can save lives. They could even protect us from major events. There's so much to achieve with the careful application of the forbidden arts, so what about extended permits? Make it so each can apply to have access to certain spells or rituals, and if the covenant gives the applicant purpose and aptitude to appropriate, allow them to make use of them. That's an interesting compromise. You know more about forbidden art than I do, so I'll go with whatever you think is better. How do you want to go about dealing with forbidden art? Yeah. Forbidden art is like a gun. So if you have a permit, it's like you're allowed to have a gun. Don't. I'll be honest with the United States. You have guns everywhere. And it causes you more trouble than... Yes, it's yet you lose a right to have a gun. But I do feel safer in a country where not everyone has a fucking gun, you know? So let's go with the permit system. It's not like you can't apply to have a gun. If you want to apply to have a gun, you have to respect rules. Rules that are here because you have something that can kill people. It's the same. Wonderful. Now on to mortal affairs. Stance for competitors. Jasmine says we should get them, take care of them. Talia proposes cutting all ties. She believes that we should abuse our privilege over them and just let them be. Plus I want to continue creating them for our benefit. What's your sense on mortal affairs? What else could we do about our relationship with mortals? I don't know. If you want to propose an alternative for our program, it should be something drastically different. Just some interaction on our rival's idea would feel an uninspired derivative. What about this? We reveal the existence of witches to mortals. Coming out strong, what's your angle? Whatever decision we make regarding mortals will be morally grey, since they don't know about us. What I propose here is a simple concept first. It definitely stirs some chaos at the beginning, but in the end, wouldn't it be better that if we develop a working relationship and make them aware of our capabilities? I have something to check, 1 second. Hey, it's good. Let them ask directly for what they need. That is beautiful, but didn't you pay attention in school? Humanity has a true relationship with witches. They banned us for sports. They banned poor innocent women. What can they really do about the real deal? It's like revealing the existence of lions through a rabbit. I disagree. Humanity is not a rabbit. It's a fucking snake. They can hide or reject us, but in no way they will be able to hurt us. I disagree. You're underestimating mortal drive to destroy things. It's yours that could make our programs look strong. We can speak a good angle from it. Prepare to be attacked in any debate. What's your sense of mortal affairs? Let's go with guidance. So far, the Coven has been exploiting mortals under Dana's command. Maybe it's time we replace the service mortal societies have been inadvertently offering us. That's a good angle. Also, taking care of them entails many responsibilities as well as needing time and resources. We'll be giving up some of our Coven's momentum to the charity. It's not that's necessarily bad, but it's something to bear in mind if we choose this option. Let's see. What's your sense of mortal affairs? Let's go with guiding mortals. It's a good idea from Jasmine program. I agree with that. Roger that. Let's talk about witch duties. These are the standard for competitors. Jasmine advocates for freedom and trust, for believing that every witch will always have the Coven's best interest in mind. I disagree with Jasmine. Dahlia's idea is fantastic. I forgot what Fortuna is about. Dalia wants to institute a sort of magical task. Every witch shares some of their magic output for common projects. Cupressa wants to keep ahead on quarterly pack controls. What are we going to do about witch duties? What is the new option for them? There must be another way to make our coven stronger without abusing our member, without degrading the spirit of being a community. In all the years you've spent in this coven, what would you say has helped you bring your A game up the most? The man, inspiration, sharing resources. Oh, I know. Mentorship. A mentor, Yuena, has been a cornerstone in my development as a witch. What do you say we institute a membership program? That's a great idea. Right now, one of the most pressing issues within the Coven is the power gap between novice and elders. It will help to tighten the relationship between different generations of witches too. I like it. But this idea will be way better received among novices than elders. Old witch won't be really getting anything out of this deal, so it'd be to sell for the less charitable conservatives. Mentorship is something that requires a lot of time and work. It gets in the way of many of the elders' plans. You yourself will be forced to take on some apprentice. Think about what that means for your lifestyle. I see. The magical tasks. Let's take that from Jasmine. I would do it as a progressive magical task. Like the strongest contributes the most. Like with taxes. Normally the richest should contribute the most and the... It may be interesting to adopt the ideas of magical tax. It doesn't require any specific action to save the cover. And it's pretty fair since we'll be asking for a percentage of every witch magical output. Whatever form that takes. No one should be worried about failing controls. You can go about your existence however you want, provided you contribute to the Covenant's magical reserve. It also opens the door for us to attempt some ambitious projects, since that much of energy for many witches will be to return on the surface to work wages. It's work on personal development, so. Our sisters are used to having their full magical reserve to invest in their personal enterprise. So at the end, it's a matter of putting collectivism over individualism. Having said that, what are you going to do about witch duties? Magic attacks. We took the good from Jasmine and the good from Dahlia. We did a system for that is better, I think. This is better, I think. I think this is less naive than what Dahlia and Jasmine are proposing. Like, Crown of the Eldest. Like Jasmine, you'll just be a puppet. And finally, we have the issue of what to do with Aidana's corpse. These are the stances of our competitors. Jasmine wants the Coven to devour corpse. That maybe will be helpful to absorb their magic and become considerably more powerful. Dahlia wants to scatter elements, giving them back to the cosmos that way more witches will be able to ascend, and we will become more numerous and diverse. You precisely want to conserve Aidana's corpse to consult with her and keep using her as a channel to talk with the god. What do you want to do with Aidana's corpse? What if? Nah, that's too much. Spit it out, we are brainstorming here. A wild idea could lead to something interesting. What if only the leader gets to eat Aidana all by herself? What if you hold Aidana's power all to yourself, you're saying? Yes, it becomes a sort of super leader. If it becomes tradition, whoever in charge will become more and more powerful, which is generation. Inheriting all the powers they produce. I wouldn't do it normally. Normally I would go with Dahlia's idea. But this is the only way to get the achievement. Working towards a godlike figure who can safeguard the Coven from any evil? That is dangerous. Not a lot of people will agree with this plan. But if you manage to pull it off, you will become extremely fucking powerful. I don't want to imagine what that will imply for your powers. You will be able to rewrite reality itself if you indeed. I'll support you if that's what you want. What do you want to do with Aidana's corpse? Go with super leader. This is bullshit! Alright, that's what then. Let's use the program as a whole now. This program is unique enough. I believe we are offering quite an interrogation of the pleasure for women. We basically are here. Nah. Fuck you all. I'm getting more powerful than you all. Are you happy with it? Would you like to change everything? I'm happy with this program. Let's move on. Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. Now, take a minute to look at our program. It's analyze it, believe it, make it yours. It's yours already. You are going to have to defend all these decisions in front of your rivals on the World Coven. But most importantly, I'm gonna need to sell the concept of it. And for that, we're going to do the slogan. I'd rather do this without slogan. Come on, don't try to play it cool. We need a slogan. It's like other politicians use them to have fun. Does that really do work? Okay, whatever. What would you like us to say to us? Like part of it, say no thanks. Take fighting to the end. Stronger together, real sisterhood, very epic. Now take fighting to the end is better. Oh, I like this one. Very on point given the kind of candidate you are. You think? It doesn't say much about our program, but it doesn't matter. This is all about marketing. Like the idea of controlling their own fate. These slogans put the focus on your defining characteristic. Yeah, imagine a fortune teller that is so fucking powerful that it can alter reality. Yeah, what? Witches can already alter reality, but you can alter reality to a degree that is annoying. Other candidate can expect to earn this slogan. Good job. Thanks. You're almost done. What else? We just need to start campaigning, right? Yes, and for that we need the ultimate most classical power propaganda, a poster. What for? Is that like there are any streets in space to plaster with my face? We send poster to everyone we know from inside from inside and outside the colony. Try to have them set up in common spaces, like temple or cosmic markets. That's not my style at all. That's why I'm here, to do all the nasty marketing you are too self-conscious to do. I just want all this to be over. A few weeks. A couple of months at max, and this will be but a memory. You've done 200 years of exile. I'm sure you can endure this. Okay, give up. Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. I was thinking that cards have a lot of style. What do you say? Want to compose a poster yourself? Do I have a choice? Okay, not really. You're really talented. Just squeeze your artist juices. Okay. Yeah, it's more... This stone is more closet, when it comes to Fortuna. But you want to make it appear it's too much. And you want to make it appear as a choice. What choice you mean? Think a little better. Think a little better. Alright. There we go. What do you think? Pretty cool. You can never have too many stars on a political poster. Should I give it a try? Give it another try? No, it's good. I like it. It's powerful in a very unique way. If anything, it does a great job of capturing your essence. Should send this to a museum once this race is over? Haha, shut up. Right, we're ready to win this race. Finally, honestly, I'm not cut out for this. I'm really not cut out for this. Yes, you are. Fate provided you with a main sister to make sure of it. Just my luck. Now, to the inevitable question. Why don't you do a card to make sure we win this thing? Yeah, it's been on my mind this whole time. I believe you should do it. I'm sure the others will be using their own arts to get ahead of the race. Dahlia did say it. It doesn't come without it, Teresa. There's always a chance I draw a card that doesn't offer any favorable result to us. And once what, there's no going back. We could assure a victory, but we could also do mess and make all of our efforts fertile. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't do 2 recordings at once. But you know. Right. Well, you know your deck better than anyone. The chances of winning through sheer effort are pretty decent, I say. But if you want to remove the anxiety from the competition by determining the outcome, I mean. Alright, game on, let's draw a card. And I need more power. Yes! I can't get enough of your divination. It's always so thrilling. Let's hope this sweeps payers off. Oops. As this reading is going to be nerve-wracking. More than breaking into your sister's death? Yes. Ouch. Breaking into your hand was more like morbid curiosity. Whereas this card is about to seal the outcome of many weeks of efforts. You're right, I'm nervous too. Eat it. not a bad one. Because it can be touched, but will be hard. Should we go with air or water? It's stronger than extant markeris. Vox Populi. Vox Populi. Yeah, no. We will win. Our coven will become so successful that our program will be copied throughout many magical communities. Jackpot. It feels so weird to write my absolute victory. Just enjoy it, damn it. But now, just wait, up crossed, to have the leadership of the coven turned into it. Now you have fun. I agree with Patrice. You can enjoy the campaign knowing that no matter what you say or do, you will get to win. Fun, huh? I'll try. Too much us, too much us. Since we know the outcome already, now it's all about the theatrics. I guess so. The feeling is similar to when I got to know my own end. It removes a lot of pressure from the very act of existing. You just play your part and wait to see the fireworks. Don't you like the feeling? I can see the appeal, now it's all game. Alright. I think I need to rest for a bit now. Gonna go home, take a bath, get my thought in order. I come back to our next mission will be to form a team and start actually doing things. Okay, I'll be here. Chapter 6, Pandemonium. Please wait here. You and I will be here in a minute. What is this? I am dead. Ah, no, don't worry. You're not dead at all. You don't say a lot more, so why not? Protocol. This probably doesn't mean much to you, but you are extremely lucky. Yuna is an exceptional witch. You couldn't be in better hands. What? Come again? Oops, I've said too much. But everything is going to be alright. I must go. Just get comfortable. But bye! It's funny. I love this one. Alright. Let's check everything. I don't recognize those stars. Where the hell I am? Just get comfortable. My clothes are still wet. How did this much sand get under my swimsuit? Shit, I still have the keys of the food truck on me. I hope Evan and Patrice managed to get back home okay. Hey, wait. Oh, so warm. This feels nice. This place is actually super cool. I wonder if it's a bit too expensive to rent for a nice gateway with those falls. Will I ever get to see my friends again? This place makes me want to read tarot. It smells like nothing I've smelled before. It's a mix of nature, fate, and possibility. Reality feels different to light. Feels different to lighter. It feels like my mind is slowly shading, some dry husk and other fresh breeze is starting to blow through it. It's trembling. This isn't fear. It's excitement. Oh no. I feel like I never want to go home. I love you already. Look. Relax. I'm here to look after you. You were from Earth, right? I think soldiers have the worst time processing their attention. Your collective subconscious is too cynical. Society rejects magic with a strength unlike any other in this universe. Just let it sink in. This is something's good, I promise. Dear. Ah, very observant. Making what human witches call dear folk. Oh, and you are a human witch, by the way. Is this really happening? Yes, congratulations. Yes, indeed. Please, don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. This is the best day of my life. Dirty to cycle. Let's work on it. Everything is set to go. Election day has just been announced. We're merely 30 cycles away from it. We have everything we need, so let's get to work. The most critical point is, what do we do with this massive behemoth? Yeah, that. What do we do with your sister saviors? What could we possibly do with the help of an almighty being older than time was able to grant wishes? Can you make everyone vote for us? Yes. What are you willing to pay me in exchange? Ah, no need for that. Fortuna is a witch granter herself at this point. She already wrote that will win this the election. I need more water. Why bother doing anything then? I am compelled by some cosmic force? Oh, I see. Yeah, 10 puppets at this point. Aren't we, Fortuna? I just love to troll Alabama. Yep, I'll make you do all sorts of funny things. Ah, you just try. Okay, let's work out. Wait, no! I was just kidding. Chuckhead. Let's focus on the task at hand, please. Oops, sure. What can the BMS do for free? I could disguise myself as familiar and deliver messages. I can have energy. I can spread rumors. Interesting. And I think that's about it. We don't want to do too much attention to my powers. It's already more than I expected, so great. Happy to surpass your expectation, oh dominant sister. Scream of clones, did you find this one in Fortuna? Okay. Let's check the vibe of the covenant first. Tokens have already been made public, so witches are starting to form their own idea regarding this race. We can tap into the might of the covenant with the Dream Ball. The Dream Ball will allow us to get real-time readings to our community's desire and expectation, so we can filter the current voting intention. This will be pivotal tool for adjusting. We have to identify. It's great! For adjusting our strategy as the race progresses. Every action we perform, the action of our opponent, of course, it will affect the preference and empathies, and that will reflect in the Dream Ball's reading. I added some main rules to filter more vote intention by demographics. Go ahead and browse through them. I encourage you to put some time into familiarizing yourself with the characteristics of each group. You not only need their thoughts, you have to plan on becoming the leader, so you'd better take responsibility and do some studying. Luckily for you, your sister is one of the Covenant archivists. I already wrote down a comprehensive demographic analysis for you. I took the liberty of placing it all in your library for when you have the time to go and do something. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Now, how are we going to operate? Fortuna, you won't be able to accomplish much by yourself out there, being exiled and all, but we'll act as your will outside this world. Just let us know what you want us to do, and we'll set out to do so. It could be promoting some point of the program, looking for allies, gathering intel, harvesting some energy for your tech. Bear in mind that this task will take between 3 and 5 cycles each, so plan accordingly. Understand? Understood. But wait, what do I do while you're out? Do your homework, do some study, play some cards, or jerk off to relieve the pressure. Batteries? What? It works. Trust me. Oh, it's so gross. As the race progresses, you'll have to meet some prospective allies or even rivals here in this office. So don't worry, I don't think you'll get much at that time. Okay. Everyone's ready? Any doubts? Let's conquer all. Well, rather than conquer, let's have our sisters for that trustiness. Yes, of course, it was a figure of speech. Okay. We can never be too safe with you. Haha. Oh, I almost forgot. I've got something for you, Fortuna. Love the support of my friends. Could it be? Last year, I spent a great deal of time cataloging the Covenant's texts and treaties on objects of powers. And there was one specific object that kept making me think of you. Here. The sympathy stone. It's a special object of powers that will amplify the efforts of whoever trying to help you. Whoa, thank you, Patrice. Yeah? Yeah. Just a wet brush with some freshly brewed sage infusion. Write down the names of your allies on it. Do it immediately. I love it. Thank you. I'll be honest. Maybe I should have taken something else. But every step for the election. Like, I think I tried all three. Whether it's power or love, like the greatest path would have been to have the Earth Seal to be the love of Grace. But you have to choose between power or... It'll do. I'll do it immediately. I love it. Thank you. I got you. Basically, this charm will render the attacks you assign us for effective. Got it. Anyway, let's get to work. Oh! It will be useful when I collect energy. Next, make sure we'll all have a task and get this ball rolling. Stay motivated. All tasks. So, as you can see, novice producers, warriors, which is expected. Explorer, academics, oracle, full coven, got it? And we will do immediately the thing I need to get. This, because I did the achievements. Let's see what Patrice prepared for me. Demographics, novice. The freshly ascended, which is in training, that still haven't found their colleague. So bear in mind how time works in this immortal society. Some novices find their place in the first few years, but some others may take decades. You don't need the approval of anyone to stop being a novice and join the ranks of the producer, academics, or explorer. On the other hand, warrior requires that first. And to become an oracle, as you're well aware, another oracle that you dream about you. Strategy guide, the novices are usually pushed around by the rest of the witches, so they welcome an initiative that increases their rights and opportunities. What to do? More demographic analysis. Academics, which is so absorbed with the mysteries of this cosmos that they rarely do anything beyond studying it. They are one of the most, if not the most, prestigious demographics, since they are constantly furthering your craft and talents. Also, you don't necessarily need to be old to be wise. Academics are the oldest demographic on average. You can count them as the biggest elder representation in this race. In fact, Cupressa is one of them. so she may have a slight advantage in this front. Strategy guide, academics like quiet control, respect protocol. They're pretty well off, so they'll welcome anything that maintains the status quo. There are other ways. Demographic producers. These witches have a penchant for milking the cosmos. It's gardening, mining, sewing, or distilling dark matters, you name it. They pride themselves on providing, without them, with all those many comforts, to be honest. Producers and academics have almost a symbiotic relationship. Producers fund the academic endless research, and in the exchange, they reap the latest technique for furthering the exploitation of this universe. Jasmine is one of them, so she'll have the upper hand with this demographic. Strategy guide, producers have historically felt underappreciated and overworked. To cater to them, increase their quality of life or annual events. What to do? Demographic, warriors, hunters, guardians, soldiers, specialized in all kinds of combat and cosmic warfare. They keep us safe, provide raw material from demons and other dangerous beings. They also craft weapons. It's the that groups to belong to, as it's very demanding occupation. We barely count a dozen in our coven. Dahlia is one of them. And I'm sure... Fuck. And I'm sure yada. Sorry! At least you can pause. Strategy guide. Why are extremely loyal, so unless something exceptional happens, they are going to be on Dahlia's side. What to do? Demographic, explorers. These witches continuously chart this cosmos. Explorers count new locations, discover new sources of energy and materials, and keep us informed of the latest events around every galaxy. They're usually too busy to mess with politics, so anything goes for them as long as it doesn't hinder their endeavors. Strategy guide, they're pretty easy, throw them one here and there, and they'll support us. Also the same goes for the other parties too. What to do? Let's see what batteries prepare for me. Demographic, oracles. I should have to tell you about the LCC oracles since they are your lot. They also happen to be the most reclusive of all witches, so you're not really a community per se. Oracles are the least abundant faction in our coven, since no one can choose to be an oracle. The only way for the cosmos is to choose you to become one. Oracles, with their premonition and hunches, usually play a supportive role, considering any witch was at the crossroad. My voice is bad because I'm too tired to talk. In reality, what you are in the sisterhood therapist. Strategy guide, this demographic is unpredictable. I don't know if it's worth investing time in catering to oracles. Also, if you do, I bet you could sway them easily just out of sympathy. What to do? I read the bill analysis already. I got the achievement. Information is power. Yes, Wallace, it's just that. Okay. Okay, let's go with first gathering allies, which is a classic of mine. Same for you. Let's end with her. Witch Fortuna, I would like to formally introduce myself before the race. There are some topics I am interested in discussing with you regarding that your political shift in our coven about our coven is about experience. Kind regards, Cupressa, the historian witch. The way she comes here is beautiful, I have to say. Hello. I am Cupressa. Nice to meet you. Welcome. I am Fortuna. Nice to meet you too. Sorry, this conversation is awkward. Thanks for having me. I wanted to introduce myself formally before the race become ethics. That is so kind of you. I'm sorry that you had to come all the way here. There are still 800 years of exile left in the sentence Aedana cast over me. I'm well aware. Aedana often confided in me. The fear you inspired her was one of her greatest weaknesses. Oh wow, I don't know how to feel about that. That makes two of us. That's the main reason I decided to pay you a visit. To keep me in check. To form my own judgment. Aedana was right. You should fear me too. You're trying to protect me by pushing me away. Oh, admirable of you. I can respect that. Maybe Aedana wasn't scared as much as threatened. You certainly carry the presence of those who know fate is in their hands. Knowing this, I must ask you and your team to retire for the race. Quick. Nice strategy. I didn't say that in jest. You are too close to your human side to properly govern a cosmic coven. That's what made Aedana such a great leader. She had a direct channel of communication with the gods and was far detached from her human origins. On the other hand, you, Dahlia and Jasmine, you have an uncuttable enough power of human flaws. Fear, pride, envy, greed. Even what you consider virtues such as ambition or mercy, or even the most basic things such as the need for comfort or enjoyment, could your judgment. Flows. Okay, but without feelings, can you truly care for your peers? Get out is the easy way. There are many beings in this universe that are better suited for leadership than your kind precisely because of this lack of human feelings. Have you ever stopped to study the flora? Most witches are too phaunocentric to see other forms of coexistence. My ontology is that of growth and community. I lack individuality. I'm just part of a forest. We, the plants, grow, expand and nurture all around us. The majority of us don't need to feed on other living beings to prosper. That basic fact alters our whole perception of reality. Human existence is so built on top of sacrifice that you are immune to innumerable forms of brutality. You are the devourer of words, and we, the plants, are the healers. I felt that I should add some, comma? And I'm so angry. So, sorry, if you hear my stomach, I have something to say about that. It's gone. It's because I'm not eating in the midday because I'm gonna eat great stuff this night with a friend, so I want an empty stomach for that. But it doesn't help. I'm going to take care of you no matter how you treat me. Let me ask you a question. The most important quality in a leader? Empathy. Preferably useful traits, you understand the fear and needs of your community. Probably the traits in which I am the most lacking. But empathy is a double-edged sword. Historically, empathetic leaders often crush and burn overwhelmed by the contradicting ends of their people. A characteristic that can quickly turn to weakness. Maybe, but helplessness. That's the most important trait in a leader. I disagree. You put the group's needs before you and... Yeah, if you were to do that, your program wouldn't be such shit. I'm sorry. It's not selflessness. Sorry, it's just like... You have someone who is here to say shit. And even if you invented the world, humans aren't capable of it. The emotions we talked about before, they're what make it impossible. Satisfaction, respect, and our friendship. We disagree anyway. The list is endless. Humans are capable of selfless action, but not of selfless existence. A leader deprived of that is just an automaton. And what's the problem with that? A leader needs drive, a vision. They need to take risks. A gamble with the future of a whole community. It's about to live, Fortuna, not just to survive. To live. Sorry, to live. You put your trust in a leader because you believe in the change they propose. Otherwise, you're just appointing an administrator. What's wrong with having a fair administrator? The nation, unlike plants, we consider movement to be a symptom of life. I see, so that's why you and your sisters value over stability. I'm afraid human-born witches are like that, yes? Thank you, you've helped me to understand our coven better. Thank you, Professor. Would you like me to read your fortune? Would you do that for an opponent? Of course, my purity is to help the coven. Very well, let's see what fortune has in store for me. Tell me what is your wish to ask a card. There's only one thing on my mind, something's related to me. Will I be able to safeguard Aidana's legacy? Of all the eras I lived through, Aidana has been the most peaceful and prosperous. At the expense of her sisters, but cheers. Please don't poison the reading with your resentment. That will prepare for an record. You're right. I will focus on your honest way. Thanks about Aidana while I shuffle my deck. No. No, but you will make peace and with it and find new forms of happiness. What's up? Happiness is always good news, isn't it? Happiness means nothing to me. For now. What I want is for Aidana's work to be eternal. Nothing is eternal. I know. I knew this endeavor was meaningless from the moment I set out to do it. But still, I needed to try. Will you give up now? No. Even if it's just a tiny satisfaction, keeping some of Aidana's legacy alive is priceless. I see. You'll be fine, Professor. Thank you for allowing me to peek into the future, Fortuna. And thanks for having me as your friend. Good luck with the race. Good luck to you too. Ah. We lost 2 Saccharine ago. I was almost about the fact that I wanted to make her a fool again. Yeah, being a bad witch, it was the only fun moment. Making her full fired. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. We should stop here. It was the 10th episode of the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. I will stop recording stuff for now, and I will start to prepare to record more next time. I wish you all to stay alive, as usual, because it's hard enough in this world, for many reasons. Yeah. See you! And just enjoy the base of life.